Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan with your hosts, Adrian and Mac.
Welcome, everyone, to the Kentucky Game Plan with Adrian
and Mac.
We're nobodies, and you're somebody, and we appreciate you stopping through. Well, Mac, let's get started off with the locals. U of L, Boston College.
What'd you think of that game?
It's a shootout. It's exciting to watch, but U of L falling short again. Final score 45-42. Lamar Jackson doing everything he can to win that Heisman again and carry U of L, but football is not a one-man team. That is definitely for sure.
I agree. Defense not showing up again, it looks like.
Defense not showing up at all. You put up 45 points on U of L, and it didn't seem that hard to do. Lamar Jackson, like I said, one-man show. He needs help from that offensive line.
The 4 touchdowns he finished with?
4 touchdowns, yeah. And, well, you know, the defense, like you said, defense has to show up at least sometime during the season. And so far during this season, the U of L's defense not shown up at all. Defensive line, the linebackers, the defensive backs, no one. Lamar Jackson, like I said, doing everything he can, putting up monster numbers throughout the season, just like he did last season, and he cannot get it done on his own.
What did you think of Dylan when his career finished? 272 yards, 39 carries.
Well, there you go. Career high. So, moving on to UK.
Bye week. They need their rest. They earned the rest.
They earned it.
Because they're a totally different team from last season.
Oh, yeah.
Stoops, I think he's got the team headed in the right direction.
UK 5-1, 2-1 in SEC play. That defense, defensively ranked in total yards, 66th across the country, 11th against the run, and 117 against the pass. Mark Stoops,
You get
yeah.
the brothers mixed up.
I do get the brothers mixed up. Well, they look so much alike. Mark Stoops getting the job done because he knows defense. And in the SEC, you got to bring the defense.
Since you're stuck on the brothers, who's the better coach?
Well, Bob.
Think so?
He's got a national title.
Okay, well, you could get a national title.
That kind of says it all, right?
They're on the path.
On your resume, that's what they go by.
Yeah, they're on the path for a national title.
Wins and titles.
Yeah.
So.
But with them having this week off, how you think they'll look coming out?
Well, they should come out fresh. The defense has shown up for UK. Unfortunately, not for U of L, and their defense has carried them throughout the season so far. Making plays, great tackling.
Offense doesn't look bad either.
Offense is steady drive.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing, steady drive and chewing up clock, and it works. They're 5-1, so obviously it works.
And what about U of L's 4-3 record?
4-3, 1-3 in ACC play. Me personally, I think U of L is going to finish the season 7-5. It's going to be a down season. No help on the offense for Mr. Jackson, and obviously the defense not doing their job at all. And
Florida State's next.
Florida State, yeah.
I think it's going to be a loss. I'm not hating when I say it, but it's just we know the whole Florida State-Louisville rivalry from the past few years.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The defense of U of L, 41st overall. ACC,
it's tough.
All you got to do is put up yards, and that's what U of L's offense does, but they don't stop any.
You got to have defense. You can't just have the offense. Defense has to be there. No how many yards you put up or how many touchdowns you get. You got to have your defense.
You got to bring the defense. College football, as far as the Heisman race, now it's getting thick. We got 5-6 games left of the season. College championship on the line. The front runners, Saquon Barkley from Penn State, Baker Mayfield of Oklahoma, and obviously Lamar Jackson, but not monster numbers, for U of L. But
Mark Jackson? Does Lamar have a brother?
Lamar.
You said Mark. I don't know if he had a brother.
No, I said Lamar.
You said Mark.
Well, maybe I did say Mark Jackson. Hell of a coach.
He is.
Yeah. But my front runner sleeper for the Heisman, Bryce Love, running back from Stanford, putting up tremendous numbers.
Getting a lot of attention.
Averaging 217 yards a game rushing.
Crazy.
That's insane.
It is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he leads the FBS in total yards. So Saquon Barkley,
is he bringing it home?
I think so. I mean, Bryce Love, Saquon Barkley, 2 front runners for the Heisman. I think it's going to be Bryce Love.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, not much time left in the season.
No, 5 games.
Okay,
6
moving
total.
on to
To
Texas Longhorns, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Red Rivalry shootout, and it's always a shootout. Final score 29-24,
Wow.
Oklahoma.
I didn't even see the game. I've seen some of the highlights, so I'll let you fill me in on some of it.
Well, since I am a Texas Longhorn fan,
Yes, you are.
well, Oklahoma blew a 20-point lead.
Seen that.
Came down to the wire. I mean, literally came down to the wire. I mean, Baker Mayfield throwing that touchdown at the very last minute.
There's
15?
A minute, 2 seconds left.
Yeah, minute 15.
On the edge of your seat.
On the edge of my seat. Texas almost pulled it off, but obviously they didn't.
What do you think they're lacking? I mean, the last few games have been close.
To me, it seems like, from me watching them, their offense doesn't get going until like the mid of the second quarter. You got to get going right off the bat. And when you fall down 10-zip, 17-zip, it's very hard to come back.
Right.
I don't care what team you are, who you're playing.
It's like they don't have the hit the ground running offense.
No.
Out of the tunnel, they might be hyped up coming out of the tunnel. But
Right.
when they get on the field, it's like, ants are falling off of them.
Yeah.
Slow.
And it seems like they kind of look lost. And I know they got a lot of injuries to their offensive line. They got 4 out of their 5 starters that are out
Right.
for a couple more games. 2 of those guys are out for the year. So
Talent's there.
talent's there. The talent's coming in.
You're right.
I mean, he's got a top 10 class coming in, Mr. Tom Herman. So hopefully we can finish the season on the up and up. So
Herman being a graduate assistant to Mac Brown,
yes,
was it 99-2000 season?
yes.
So you think he learned from the best?
I think you learn from one of the best and one of the most humbled coaches you can possibly be around. I mean, obviously national title, played in 2 national title games. One fell short with the Alabama, but yeah, I think he's learned a lot. He's learned a lot in Houston before he came to Texas. Like I said, he's getting the recruits, and he's going to build it to back where it used to be. In the hunt for the titles. They got the pocketbook down in Texas.
Back to being a powerhouse team.
Back to being a powerhouse team. I agree. Yes.
So they got, is it 14th ranked Oklahoma State next?
Yep.
'Cause I know earlier I said Oklahoma State and they played Oklahoma.
Correct. Yes. Oklahoma State
To
coming up.
reiterate that.
But moving on to,
IU Michigan.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of a local, IU. So, took Michigan to OT, and, well,
Michigan's defense is what won them that game.
and what exactly, and that's
the
what,
whole game.
and that's what it's about, defense,
I
because that's
think-
what wins you championships, is what I hear.
It does, and Mr. Harbaugh, he was pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, he was, Mr. Harbaugh was really, really pleased with that. But, hey, Indiana had a chance to take it to the second overtime with about 20 seconds left in the game and fell
Really?
short, kind of did some plays that some of the players looked lost. They didn't know what actually play they were running,
Right.
unfortunately. So,
So it brings them to 3-3 for the season, and Michigan 5-1. Pretty
5-1.
impressive.
Yeah, still in the hunt for the title, obviously.
So Higgins' game, what'd you think of his game?
He played well. Michigan, though, what else can you say? He comes in there, Harbaugh, and kind of puts them back on the plateau of,
Definitely a statement coach.
Yeah.
His presence alone is just
everywhere he's been.
right.
Statement coach. 49ers, Stanford, San Diego State. Now Michigan is alma mater.
Coming back on.
Their offense has to get going better, though, and that's what they're lacking is the drive of their offense starting off games and defense coming up in the end and helping them win.
but not as slow come out the gate as Longhorns.
Not as slow as the Longhorns now, but when you got a coach like that,
We'll get it
you get
together.
motivated really quick.
Right. Moving on to the NBA. Start with the
NBA season. I mean, how many days away? Like 12,
Yeah.
13 days, something
Right
like
around the
that.
corner.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm excited for the NBA. The new jerseys.
oh yes. Tell us about the new Nike.
Nike's doing their outfit in the NBA for the next 8 years. They have their contract. Got some pretty exciting stuff going on. They have authentic jerseys, which are going to run you $200.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much every team, but not every player. Most of your star players. There's a pretty cool feature inside the jock tag of the jersey.
Okay.
If you have the Nike Connect app and you link that with the Nike Plus app, you can just wave your phone over the jock tag and it pulls up that player's highlights and stats.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and if there's any type of exclusive apparel, footwear that's connected to this player,
uh-huh.
you get access to that instantly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
And also,
Wow.
to the 2K players, 2K18 fans,
Yes.
you get a booster code for your player.
Oh,
So it's
for the
another
player of that
incentive.
jersey, you get a booster
Exactly.
code to. Okay.
Exactly. So if you being a Longhorns fan and Kevin Durant fan,
Yes, I am.
you can boost his player on the game.
Wow. That's. I mean, I don't know how much more you can boost it, but.
Well, what they're doing with the jersey is they're connecting a player to fan platform here.
Okay.
So if you were to purchase a Durant jersey,
Mm-hmm.
use the Nike Connect system with it,
Correct.
Durant can actually see your name, where you live at, and where you scan in his jersey.
Oh,
So it's a possible shout out you get from Kevin Durant. Cool as that.
that is really cool. That is. Wow, his NBA is like
How-
stepping up their game.
How would you feel if Durant sent you a personal message?
I'd be kind of honored there. I mean,
Kind of hard there, huh? Okay, well,
kind of honored. Yeah.
honored.
Yeah.
Hard and honored.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
leave that where it is.
There you go. That's where we should leave
Well, how
it.
do you feel about the Kyrie Irving situation? I mean, he made a remark. Seemed like he took a few shots at Cleveland. Did you hear about that?
I did hear that. Seems like I'm playing in a sports legend town situation there. Here's the thing. If you're a professional athlete, you're getting paid, and you're going out there doing everything you do on a professional level and loving what you do.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. You're loving what you do. Just let your game do everything.
Let your game speak for itself.
Period.
I mean, you
I
got.
mean, I don't care if you put up great numbers and never win a title. You put up great numbers and people are going to remember you for that. Now, when you go out and you do stupid things like Kyrie Irving's done over the past 2 or 3 months of what he said and how he said it, people are going to remember that also. And that is not a good look.
It's also the way you comprehend things.
True.
So it's kind of like a text message. Somebody sends you a text message. You can read it and feel like, oh, they're mad at me, or they,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually take what they said, out of what word am I looking for here?
Out of context.
Out of context. But I don't feel like he's taking a shot at Cleveland because he's saying Boston's a great sports town.
Which
and
it is.
Cleveland isn't. I mean, yeah, look at the record of the Browns. I mean, Indians have stepped their game up over the past
Oh,
few seasons. I
yeah,
mean,
the
they're-
last 2 seasons, they've definitely stepped up.
everybody's an Indians fan all of a sudden.
Right.
You got your diehard fans who grew up watching the team, but now everybody's Cleveland Indians fan.
Mhm.
And, well, the Browns record speaks for itself. But LeBron coming back to Cleveland, you see what they did for the city and the franchise of Cleveland Cavaliers.
Bringing the title and couple playoff appearances as far as the
I mean,
finals.
you can't sit here and say Cleveland doesn't have, well, they're not a sports town because they are.
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, you have professional teams. You're a sports town.
Exactly. And
I mean, that's beyond just the college itself.
exactly, but you're Kyrie Irving. You so-called love the fans, and you appreciate what they did for you
Mm-hmm.
while you were there playing as a player.
Yeah,
That was pretty much his team when LeBron was gone.
right.
LeBron comes back, the teammates, and the whole thing of him wanting to be his own individual player. I understand that, but he's Robin to Batman.
In that scenario, yes.
Because LeBron's Batman, Kyrie Irving's Robin.
And
It's like the Jordan and Pippen era.
exactly. And everybody knew their role with that Chicago Bulls team. And that's the thing that I think this Cleveland team understands also is they know their roles, but Kyrie didn't want that role. He wanted, like you said, to be his own person, his own player. He wanted to be the leader of a team. And going to Boston, he put himself in that situation to be the leader of that team.
And now he has to step up and accept that role as a leader.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
No, because you
got
know
a
what?
lot of pressure. You're under the microscope. Times 15 now.
Because you take all the bad and a little of the good
Yep, it's all
when
on you.
you're the leader.
all
Because
on
you
you.
got to spread that love when you're winning, and when you're losing, you're the first person they look at. Because you're the leader.
I agree.
You're the star. So hopefully he can handle that pressure.
Hope so. Hope he learned from the best. That's all the scrutiny LeBron's been under
Exactly.
the past few years, and it's just water off a duck's back with him. So
We'll see.
we will.
NFL. We're pretty much almost at the halfway point here.
Yep.
A lot of injuries. A lot of key players out for their teams. I mean, the Odell Beckham Jr. injury. God, that was
Yeah.
gruesome.
Terrible.
That was so gruesome. And now they're down to one wide receiver, it seems like. They're bringing in guys off the practice squad.
In trouble.
That Giants team is in massive amount of trouble. The head coach kind of taking some shots at Eli.
Oh, I can only imagine what's on his mind right now, how he feels.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Eli, you know what? I'm kind of in that position right now. Like, look.
Oh, you talking trade? Are you throwing a trade?
I don't want to say I smell a trade, but I'm kind of in that situation where Eli Manning's never been, nor his brother. But I'm going to take the star power role here, and I'm going to, you know what? What am I worth? What am I worth to this franchise? I brought y'all 2 Super Bowls. Nobody in that NFC since I've been here has won a Super Bowl. Not the Eagles, not the Cowboys, not the Redskins. I mean, I've been to multiple Pro Bowls. I got Hall of Fame numbers. What am I worth?
I understand the whole worth thing, but that worth is going to coincide with how he handles the pressure he's under.
True.
So you can't sit here and say, oh, he's under pressure or he's got 1,000 things not running through his mind. I mean, he's lost a lot of his players, so
Yeah.
the quarterback's the leader of the team.
I mean, that defense, once again, massive amount of payroll on that defense. I think 2 seasons ago they spent $220 million just on defensive players, period. And they're not showing up at all, period.
A lot of money
You lose
lost.
those weapons, like I said, those receivers. Your run game is basically as average as you can get.
Right.
I'm Eli. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sit this game out this week.
Can't afford to sit out.
I'm going to sit it out. You know why? What am I worth? I mean, none of my receivers are here. Why should I go out there and get killed? For nothing.
That's what he signed on to. I mean, that's his role. It's his job. He's a field general. He has to step up and be the role as a quarterback, no matter what's going on. And I know he might have in his mind, what am I worth? We know what he's worth. The organization knows what he's worth. NFL knows what he's worth.
True.
So it's a thing of being a leader.
Well,
No matter what's going on, you still have to be a leader. I don't care if you got 3 people on the field.
he says he
And
feels
just him.
like they could still win 6, 7 games.
Well, he's got the mentality of wanting to win.
So if they can pull off 6 or 7 wins
Possibility. I mean, I wouldn't count him out just yet. Yeah, the odds are against him.
without, a huge weapon in Odell Beckham and now Brandon Marshall, David Harris. So a lot of guys out, especially Harris being their kick returner. He puts them in that chess matchup, with the punts and stuff. Puts them in good field, but now he's out. So those Giants.
Giants.
Ezekiel Elliott, also in that conference there.
Are you in my head? Because that's what I was about to say.
Well,
I know you're a Cowboys fan, Texas
Yeah.
Longhorns fan, but I was about to, bring up the whole Ezekiel Elliott suspension. I mean, is he suspended or is he not suspended? I know he still has time to play a couple extra games until that whole
well,
suspension is set.
for
it's all
now
taken.
it is set until he challenges it.
But he can still play.
Technically, no. That suspension is now in full
it's in
effect.
effect now.
Is full effect.
Okay.
Yeah, and
This
this
is
is
a
their
day
bye
ago.
week, so that's 1 game off.
Okay.
the list of 6 games. So the whole deal was for him to play as much as they could and for them to win as much as they could. And they've taken some losses that they shouldn't have
until,
talked. You know
until
what I'm
his
saying?
suspension went into effect.
I mean, that Packers game down to the wire, lost that game. Shouldn't have really lost that
was a
game.
great game though.
The LA Rams game, shouldn't have lost that game. And
The Rams.
yeah, well, hey, the Rams are on the rise.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, LA, new stadium, new quarterback, new coach, youngest coach in the league. You know, they're on the rise, but hopefully they can go 4-1.
I got a few injuries as well.
Yeah, they got some injuries.
I mean, this
On
has
the
been,
defense.
This has been the weirdest NFL season. All the injuries,
All the injuries,
The
so many,
suspensions.
so fast.
and then the whole kneeling thing with the national anthem and
The
the
national
flag.
anthem
It's just
protest.
so much turmoil right now.
Within the league
Right.
itself.
It
yeah.
is, and
Yeah.
it's not a good look for sports because I mean, you got all the other stuff going on in the world, and sports is what gives you an outlet.
True.
I mean, people have bad week at work. You got football games to look forward to on the weekend.
Exactly.
You know,
Your
that-
team. Yeah.
Right, that's their little pick me up.
Well.
You know, I get to go home and watch football Sunday.
Right.
You know, but it's just so much going on right now, and I hope it gets better before it gets worse.
Well, we all hope it can get better before it ever gets worse. But I understand the protest. I understand the situations that they're going through, them being voiced that some people don't, and them doing what they do. But where's it headed, Dino? That's
Where's Colin Kaepernick headed? That's a big question.
you know, my whole thing with Colin Kaepernick is, look, he's a hell of a quarterback. He's very young. I mean, he's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to NFC title games. He knows how to play the game. Sign him. Somebody needs to go out and sign him. You know why they need to go out and sign him? So people can stop talking about the situations of the protesting and start talking about football.
Well, he's got the mind frame now of he's saying, "Hey, look, I'm gonna stand." The whole kneeling thing's over with him,
right.
and I think if they give him a chance, let him come in as a backup, let him go to a team where he can get back in the groove, which he's still working out
Yeah.
every day. He has a nice workout regimen.
Mm-hmm.
Let him come in, learn from another quarterback. They can feed off each other.
Yeah, I mean,
learn
he's
from each other. The talent's there with him,
right.
and he's saying, "Hey, I'm not going to kneel anymore."
Right.
So if he's giving his word of not kneeling, maybe they could throw that as a clause in the contract. I don't know, but give him a chance, see what he does, and I think that might set the tone. All the other players will follow suit as far as the whole kneeling thing goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the right to protest, and display how you feel about things.
That's why we're here in America.
Exactly.
There you
So
go.
give him a chance to see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the boy can play.
It could be a new start for him,
I mean-
and then maybe that'll release some of the tension that's going on in the NFL.
Exactly. And then hopefully that can kind of twinkle down to other things that are going on,
Exactly.
in the world itself.
So I mean, it's all about making the right decision, and you want to do what's best for you, and you want to do what's best for your team too. You can pay millions of dollars to do and play a sport you love, and you're good at. I mean,
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
played
you're.
places.
Oh yeah, any day,
You
any day. How about that baseball?
in my head again.
Yeah,
It's harder you get out of my head.
knock knock. Yeah, man. I mean, well, the New York Yankees falling short again.
This is like a domino effect here. Your Longhorns,
Yeah.
your Cowboys, and now your Yankees.
Well,
Is this the year of Adrian?
this is the year of
Okay.
Adrian and the year of the Kentucky game plan. I mean, this is why we're here. We're here.
I'm glad to be here, and not to cut you off from the Yankees, but I want to send a shout out to Sam for these awesome mugs that we have.
Oh yes, these
Love
mugs
it.
are awesome.
And she was really sneaky about it. We walk in, and there's 2 huge mugs with our I'm gonna say it's our logo, but it's our name, the Kentucky Game Plan.
Yeah.
And they look pretty awesome,
They are, and they're huge.
and they're Kentucky blue.
They're Kentucky blue and white.
So,
Yeah. So
Pretty awesome.
I mean, supporting.
I don't even want to drink out of it. It looks so good. I kind of just want to just look at it.
Well,
And
you know.
I said I'm gonna pour my Starbucks into this, but I don't want to stain this cup.
Well, we'll post it.
Well, we're definitely gonna post it.
Yeah.
And if you guys need some mugs, we can see if Miss Sam here make you a couple.
Yeah.
Of course, he's probably going to charge you, but it'd be well worth the money.
Oh yeah, because like I said, I mean, you could drink soup out of this. I mean, they're huge. So
You drink soup? I eat mine.
I drink mine, man.
You drink your soup.
Straight through a straw.
You know what? I can drink tomato soup. I don't even like a spoon with my tomato soup.
Just chug it.
Just get some Cheez-Its and get a big handful of Cheez-Its, crumble it in there, and just drink it.
Just chug it.
Because they get kind of soggy, and you can just drink it down.
There you go.
And you might have those few Cheez-Its that stay crunchy. You know, the ones that survive.
They're on top.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I just chew those and then drink the soup down. But it's all-purpose mug. We got coffee, soup, ice
Yeah.
cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
You know what? I put a slice of pizza in there. Pizza in a cup.
Why don't you put some marinara sauce in there at the bottom?
Yeah, and then
A couple breadsticks.
yeah, and throw some pepperonis in there.
Just
and a
walk down
couple pieces of
Barstown
sausage.
Road.
Yeah.
Just, there you go.
Well, oh, look at this guy. He's got a Kentucky Game Plan mug eating pizza out of it. Wow.
How can you go wrong with
I
that?
fit in.
Well,
I
yeah.
fit in my own neighborhood.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astros.
Astros.
What a
Yeah.
surprise. Houston Astros.
Well, they said a couple seasons ago that they're going to, build through their draft and build through free agency, and they're going to be a powerhouse again. And, well, here they are. I mean-
Texas again.
Yeah.
The year of Adrian, the year of Texas.
Well, but I'm for the Yankees, not the Houston Astros.
Okay, but I feel like you're a traitor.
Nah, I'm not.
But honestly, though, it's good to see them where they are because you got your whole hurricane thing going on with Texas.
Yes. The tragedies that have been happening down there. It's
right,
crazy.
and this gives these people some hope here.
Yeah.
You know, something to look forward to. Take their mind off losing all their possessions and all the hardships they've been through
Mm-hmm.
the past few months.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you got
it's
the Astros to look forward to.
sports is the biggest out that you can have to take your mind off of every pressure.
Exactly.
Because you know what? All you do is sit there in the moment
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy the moment.
And you have the memories.
Well, the memories, yeah, for
You
sure.
know, go back and look at it, and next day at work, you're talking about it with your coworkers. And,
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good thing.
But the Yankees, like I said, falling short 2-1. They're down
Yeah.
0-2 again.
You got to get it in gear, man.
They're down again. So maybe they can pull off a win going back up to New York.
Be nice. Be
Yeah.
nice to see. Be good for the fans.
LA Dodgers, Chicago
Oh, man,
Cubs.
Dodgers.
5-2 Dodgers.
All right.
Hey, they said they're going into this season, win or lose.
I know Magic Johnson's proud.
Yeah, he's definitely proud.
Right.
Money well invested there for Mr. Magic Johnson.
I mean, he's a sports guy. He's been in sports long enough, and he knows. He knows.
Yeah,
He knew what he was getting into. I mean, he has a vision.
he has a vision. Like you said, he's a businessman, number one, and he's been in
Definitely that.
every type of scenario with the LA Lakers that you can think of, from worst to best to worst to coach to GM. So, yeah, I mean, he's a businessman. He's doing his thing with the LA Dodgers. So,
Kentucky game plan.
Kentucky game plan.
How
Anything
you
else on your
feeling?
mind? Oh, I'm
I
feeling
got a
great.
lot on my mind. It's just we don't have enough time. That's all. Time is our enemy.
It's always ours, me.
Right.
Father Time.
Father time.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No, except feel free to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and our YouTube link, which is where this show will be played. The Kentucky Game Plan. I'm Adrian,
And I'm Mac Black.
and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace out.